What is the first characteristic of constructor? That it is defined in public section of the class. Then next characteristic is it has same name as that of class. It has same name as that of class. Okay. Then third, it has no return type. Means this special function is not able to return anything. Then fourth point, constructor can have arguments, any number of arguments you can pass. Like in a simple function, we can pass any number of argument in the constructor. That is why constructor can be overloaded. Constructor can be overloaded. Overloaded means in a single class you can have more than one constructor, right? But the problem is that you need to have different argument in different constructor, right? So what is constructor? Constructor is a special member function which is invoked automatically when an object is created. Then what is the characteristic of a constructor? Constructor must be defined in public section of the class. Second, it has same name as that of the class. Third, it has no return type. Fourth, it can have n number of arguments. And last one, a constructor can be overloaded. Constructor can be overloaded, right? So what is the use of constructor? It is generally used to initialize an object, right? Constructor is generally used to initialize an object, right? What is the use of constructor? Constructor is generally used to initialize an object. ऑब्जेक्ट को इनिशियलाइज करने के लिए कंस्ट्रक्टर यूज होता है. नेक्स्ट इज डिस्ट्रक्टर. Destructor. What is this destructor? It is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is destroyed. Okay. Destructor. What is destructor? Destructor is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is destroyed. Now what is the characteristics? Same as constructor, it must always be defined in a public section, right? So define in public section of the class. It must be defined in the public section of the class. Second point, its name is same as class name but preceded by tilde sign. Right? Its name is same as constructor, but it is preceded by the tilde sign. This symbol is called as tilde symbol. This symbol is called tilde symbol. Right? Third point, it has no return type. Right? Same as constructor, it cannot return anything, right? And again, it cannot have arguments as well. It cannot have arguments, right? Then last, it cannot be overloaded. Not be overloaded. Right? Why it is not overloaded? Why you cannot overload it? Because it cannot have an arguments. So since it does not have any arguments, you cannot overload a particular destructor. Now what is it is used for? It is generally used to deallocate the memory which is allocated to the object by the constructor, right? And since it is destroying, right? So what is its purpose? Generally it is used to deallocate the memory space allocated by the constructor, right? Once again we will revise. It is very important topic. Every time it is generally asked, right? You will find one or the other question of constructor and destructor in the examination. So we will see once again, what is constructor? Constructor is a special member function which is invoked automatically when an object is created. What are its character? It is defined in the public section of a class. It has same name as that of a class. Third one, it has no return type. Next, it can have n number of arguments. Next point, constructor can be overloaded. What is the use of it? It is generally used to initialize an object. Destructor, what is destructor? Destructor is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is destroyed. Characteristics, it is defined in public section, same as constructor. Next, it has same name as that of class, but it is preceded by the tilde sign. Then it has a no return type. Next, it cannot have arguments. And lastly, it cannot be overloaded. What is the use? It is used, it is generally used to deallocate memory allocated by the constructor. Right? So we will try to write a program for it. So we will include files. First one is hash include iostream.h, which includes the function as cin and cout. Then we are using conio.h. Now we will write a simple program to demonstrate constructor. So I will write a class class name is demo. I am writing a class which has a class name as demo. And I have started this class. In this class, uh, I will define some variables like int I. Right? So by default the SS specifier in the class, if you are not specifying any SS specifier, what are the SS specifiers? Public, private and protected, right? So these three SS specifiers are there in a particular class, right? If you do not specify any of that, by default the SS specifier will be private, right? Then I will write public. I will start a public section, and here I can write constructor demo. So this is a constructor demo. It has same name as class name, and then this is a function. I can initialize I equals to 1 here, and cout slash n. This is constructor, right? And semicolon. So I have defined a constructor demo, right? The class name is here, the class name is demo, right? So constructor name will be same as that of class name, right? And here I am writing two statements. First one, I am initializing it to one variable I, and next I am writing this is a constructor, and you can print I as well. This constructor, okay. Then I will write main, void main. I will define object for them. That's it. CLRSCR to clear the screen, and get ch to view the output, right? I will simply save it and try to run it. So Alt F9, no errors. Control F9, right? So the constructor is called automatically. You have not written any of the instruction over here, right? We have not called any of the function. Even then, when we are declaring uh, declaring demo d, right? So that constructor will get called automatically. Now we will see a destructor, okay. So we will try to write a destructor. So destructor has the same name as constructor, but it is preceded by tilde symbol. So I will write tilde symbol demo, and here I will write cout. Now here I can make I equals to 2, and here cout slash n. This is destructor. And again you can write I, and to see the statement I will write get here. I will save it, right? So simply destructor will have same name as the class name, but it is preceded by the tilde sign, and it is called when an object is destroyed. Now where the object will get destroyed? The object will get destroyed when the last statement in this main function will get executed. That means after this get ch, the scope of this d be get deleted, or the scope will end for this object D. When the scope get ended, at that time this destructor will get called. So we'll try to run it and see what happens. So left hand. So it is showing this is constructor, and again after entering this is destructor, right? So this is how you can write a constructor and a destructor, right? So what is constructor? Constructor is a special member function which is invoked automatically when an object is created, and destructor is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is destroyed, right? So now you can overload the constructor as means you can define different types of constructor. So this first type which we have seen is called as default constructor, right? Which doesn't take any argument, that is called as default constructor. Next type is constructor with arguments. Next type is constructor with argument. So here you can pass argument also. So demo, I am passing here in x, right? And here I will write I equals to x and simply see out. Parameterize constructor. Constructor with argument is also called as parameterized constructor. So we can write parameterized constructor, and here I will print I and I will end the function. Right? So now you can call it also. So if I want to call it, I need to write here D of 4. So I am passing here 4 as an argument, right? I can also write here I plus plus, right? As F9. Okay, we need to use another variable, that is g1, or if alter F9, so F9. Okay, so it is calling both the functions. First is this is constructor, this is a simple constructor, that is called as default constructor. Second one is parameterized constructor, which we have used, in which we pass parameter. Now we will see this is destructor. Now you can see the constructor which is called last is destroyed first, right? The constructor which is called first, that for that the destructor will call first, and the constructor which is called first, for that destructor will be called last, right? So uh, any doubt, anybody has any doubt? Okay. So these are the two type of constructor which we have seen today. Next type of constructor is called as copy constructor. Copy constructor. In this type of constructor, we pass argument object as an argument. So I will write here demo ampersand d, and I can write here say out copy constructor. Here also I will to print I, and here I will write uh, I is equals to d dot I. Okay. So this is called as copy constructor, wherein I am passing uh, another object as an argument. So I will write here d3. Here I will pass d1, or I will and this as d1, d1, d2, and here d3, d3. Okay. So let's see what happens here. And okay, so control F. Now these three constructors are called. First one is your simple constructor, that is called as default constructor. Second type of constructor is parameterized constructor, and third type of constructor is copy constructor, which is in which we pass the copy of the another object. Okay. So this is destructor 5, destructor 5, and right. So things to be noted that the constructor, the object for which the constructor is called first, for that object destructor will be called last, right? If you have number of objects, then for those objects number of that many type constructor will get called, right? So we are having three types of constructor, that is default constructor, constructor with argument, wherein we pass argument to the constructor, and last type is copy constructor. And since we are writing three constructor in a class, this is called as constructor overloading. This phenomena is called as constructor overloading, right? This is a concept of polymorphism. That what is this constructor overloading? When we are writing more than one constructor in a class, it is called as constructor overloading. Also it is called as multiple constructor. In a class we are having more than one constructor, then it is called as constructor overloading. Also it is called as multiple constructor. So if a question is asked for constructor overloading, you can write this program. If you are asked multiple constructor, then also you can write it. Write this example in the examination. If you are asked for different types of constructor, then also you can write the same example, right? So once again, constructor is a special member function which is invoked automatically when an object is created. It must be defined in the public section. It has same name as that of class. It has no return type. It can have arguments. It can be overloaded. It is generally used to initialize the object. There are three types of constructor. First one is default constructor, which does not have any argument. Then second type is parameterized constructor, in which we can pass parameter to the constructor as an argument. Last type is copy constructor, in which we pass the copy of object as an argument to the constructor. Then destructor is a special member function which is invoked automatically when an object is destroyed. It is defined in public section of the class. It has same name as that of the class but preceded by tilde sign. It has no return type. It cannot have argument and hence it cannot be overloaded. Right? So these things we have seen. Right? So you can try to run at home all those things. Right?